Do you ever wonder what it's like when, like when people take off the veil in front of their person they're getting married to? What that really means? Because I wore a veil with my first wedding, and it was like, why do I have this? I just did all this hair and all this makeup, and now I'm coming down the aisle in this big dress, like to be seen, but there's a veil over my face. And now after, living some life, I think removing that veil would mean when you come together with your person, they're seeing you for the first time. Like no one's ever seen you. If you share an intimacy and such a core relationship with one human, enough that you can choose to spend your entire life with them, I think we take that for granted. And yeah, I feel like that is something that should be in a person's vows about unveiling someone. And especially for women, we want to be seen. I think every human wants to be seen, but women, especially growing up in my generation, we wanted to be seen. And women are the feminine, beautiful parts of humanity. I mean, men can be beautiful too, but we are taught in our society to be seen. Other societies and cultures, women are veiled forever and you never get to see who they are. And I think there's a struggle in there when we never get to be seen or be understood. So the veil, I think, is a really great representation. Let's remove the veil and be seen. And be seen in a way no one else has ever seen us before, right? And so I think that's a covenant of making the vow and saying I do. That's a huge piece that we don't talk about. I think we should talk about removing the veil more often. And I think makeup is a veil for women, right? Maybe the makeup is the veil that allows us to enter a big room, just like when we're the bride. And we come into the room and maybe the makeup is, I have always said I've never worn a mask and that I don't understand all the mask work and the concept because I'm very, here I am, all you get, whether you want it or not, right? But I wonder if my veil has been my makeup too, in some unknown way. And kind of feeling like the pressure to always be seen perfectly. And maybe what happens to us when we take that makeup off is we're more vulnerable than we want to be. And maybe after 45, I've worn my makeup out more often because that's my screen to say, I want you to hear me and see me just as I am today at Saturday morning coming for a coffee and didn't want to wear my makeup because I'm worthy enough to show up to the world without makeup. Lots of depth here to go to, for sure. I don't know where you'll use that, but you can cut it up and take it somewhere. But isn't that true? The concept? Unveiling the real you. I think that's a talk. I think that's a stage talk. Didn't we just do that?
Well, you've been talking to me.
Oh, you want me to do it again?
Nope. Ask the audience what they think. Ask your people what they think about all that.
What do you guys think? Is there a correlation between this exotic, beautiful, romantic, magical fairy tale world where women come down to their partner and they've got a veil over their face, and then we have this big moment where this person accepts us for death do us part, for sickness and health, and for all the vows we write to ourselves. I wrote my own vows. That unveiling of lifting that thing over your partner's face, I think there's a lot more to that I'm starting to see in my own life as once being young and treasured as the bride, and then having somebody lift this thing off of me. And I think we miss the whole boat in what unveiling each other is really about. And something to do with the courage of entering this big, scary space to go give your life to someone else, and you come down covered with this veil. I think I need to go a little deeper and and maybe interview some women about what the veil means to them. I think there should be a movement, the unveiling. And I'm just having this big, bright, deep aha moment with you all that veil must have meant something else to me on that sacred day. And then why don't you wear one if you get remarried? I know that was a big deal. Don't wear a veil. You can't wear a veil. But maybe I could have wore a veil so that the next partner, the next chapter of my life could unveil that space and see me where I was as a future partner that day. And I think unveiling should be something that's outside of the wedding. I think it's a coming into your own. And so we should have veiling parties, unveiling our truth and unveiling our light, unveiling our gifts. How can you see yourself where, I sound like I'm from Texas just there. How can you see in your life where maybe you've had a veil over and then the veil's coming off? What does that mean to you? And what are some ways that you show up in a space where you can't go without a veil? You can't go without the mask. I've never understood the idea of the mask because it's not real to me. I've never worn a mask, but I have been unveiled before. And wow, there's a lot of layers to that veiling. And I think it'd be really awesome to tie this into my speaking career somewhere and maybe pull some people out of the audience and put some veils on them and maybe record the difference before and the after and what that looks like. I could just go on and on and on with what the veil and the unveiling could mean to me. And I'm just curious what it means to you.